Good morning and welcome back to Act Locally Live. I am your host, Elizabeth Riley. Today is Wednesday, August 20th. It is 7:30 in the morning. Listen, I was in bed before the sun was down, and it was still nearly impossible to get up this morning, before the sun was up. I even forgot to put my rings on, forgot to bring my tea. I feel so exposed. I feel weak. Anywho. Oh my goodness, the anywho's. Hey, anywho is deeply embedded in my vocabulary. So I'm sorry about that. I'm also sorry about this Bruins poster behind me. You're going to have to excuse absolutely every second of that, okay? Multiple people have reached out, have commented on this, saying, this is very out of character for you, very out of character for the show. At least it's not the Penguins. If it was the Penguins in 2017, 2018, when they won that cup, parading it around Bridgestone Arena, I would actually be having flashbacks on air, okay? But you know what? 2011 Bruins team had Tyler Seguin, who now plays for the Dallas Stars. So that's not bad. Everybody loves a little Tyler Seguin. So we have some new art here that's going to be graciously adorning this place. This was donated by Russell Campbell. We are so thankful for a little bit of switch up in the scenery around here, because we can't do this anymore. Go Preds. Early this morning, Mike and I were walking in, complaining about the climate of the office. Some parts of it are insanely muggy and some parts are insanely cold, which is why I'm always wearing a jacket, okay? Texas is hot as hell, but I go from cold environment to cold environment. I need a jacket. Anywho, we're always complaining about how freaking early the show is and about how Baylor Move-In is starting today. And Waco is going to be a little crazy. But we'll get past that, as we always do. Today is Wednesday, as I said, August 20th. Today is Nonprofit Spotlight Day. Typically, we're going to be doing interviews with nonprofit organizations in the area where they can explain how they came to be, how they help now, and where they see themselves going. But for right now, I'm going to share one that I think is most prevalent and vital to the community in Waco. So, the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children is a nonprofit 501c3 that serves potentially anyone and everyone. Their mission is to promote healing of children and crime victims through advocacy, collaboration, prevention, and treatment across 6 central Texas counties, which serves over 7,000 victims. People are silently and vocally hurting because acts of violence can be committed against practically everyone. Like I said, they serve potentially anyone and everyone. Men, women, and children could be any of those affected by abuse. And so the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children does not discriminate on the basis of race, creed, color, religion, disability, nationality, sex, gender, identity, sexual orientation, or English proficiency, or age. Children are one of the most vulnerable populations that are susceptible to any form of neglect. And abuse can come in many different forms, like physical, emotional, and sexual. But the Advocacy Center has been doing the hard work in Waco to re-educate and change beliefs about the norms, the social norms of what healthy relationships look like and what abusive relationships look like. So the Advocacy Center for crime victims and children began in Waco in 1976 as the Waco Rape Crisis Center, and it has grown into a huge umbrella agency with 3 different programs. Those are the Victim Center, the Children's Advocacy Center, and the Prevention and Education Team. I'm going to start off by introducing you to the Victim Center, which is the team that immediately responds to survivors with crisis intervention. The Victim Center provides a 24-hour crisis hotline to any victims of sexual assault or other violent crimes. They offer survivors medical assessments and treatments from certified nurses. They offer case management and also counseling of multiple various different types. For example, they offer professional one-on-one confidential counseling for victims of all crimes, but that is also extended to families as well if they need to seek help. Specifically, they also have the family enrichment groups, which are designed to provide nonviolent ways to deal with communication and discipline issues. So sometimes parenting is just too much on the plate. Hey, no judgment here. I'm not a parent. I couldn't do it. God bless you. But they offer just ways to manage those behaviors in healthier ways rather than, something that could potentially harm a child or possibly have, people reporting neglect. They also provide sexual assault survivor support groups for women, men, boys, girls, teens. They have multiple different groups for any and all different people if you were looking for a specific group or community to talk to about your experiences. Aside from the counseling, the Victim Center offers access to a child fatality review team that'll track trends and risks involved in child mortality. So they will do all of this research, condense that information, turn it around, and inform and educate our community on ways to prevent child death. It's, hey, 10 out of 10. Yes, please. Speaking of education, the Victim Center works hard to inform children, teachers, clergy members, and other leaders in our community about forms of abuse. So they put on weekly meetings that have these huge and beautiful presentations that will just go in and redefine some of these norms that we have been familiarized with, like what it means to be empathetic and what it means to be compassionate, what it means to have open boundaries, closed boundaries, et cetera, et cetera. So they're doing a ton of the immediate response to victims and children of victims with their work, their crisis hotlines, and their immediate health responses, but they're also going out and re-educating as much as they can. So that is just a slight introduction to the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children, but we are going to step into a commercial break, and I will share more with you when we're back.
Welcome, guys. You're at the 10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirit Company tasting room here. So we're located in basically central Colorado in the Rocky Mountains. Our two flagship whiskeys are our rye whiskey and our bourbon. Our rye whiskey is our most awarded spirit. Our bourbon's our best seller. We're very proud of it. We think you're going to love it too. If you don't like it, send it back to us. We'll drink it for you.
10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirit Company, Colorado.
The dress collar polo. The only polo with a spread collar. Gives you the look of a dress shirt, but with the comfort of a polo shirt. Lightweight and breathable. Perfect for the office. Bright with a suit. 4-way stretch comfort. Moisture wicking tech. Built-in collar stays. Short sleeve. Multiple collar options. Collars and Company.
What I love most about playing basketball is the competition. I really just like being shifty, mastering hesitation moves, changing direction, building chemistry with new teammates. If you're not having fun while you're playing, it's no point in playing the game. You know what to do. Escape Basic. Pair of Thieves quick dry underwear. It wicks away sweat and helps keep you dry. You looking forward to fishing season?
Let's unbox the all-new Walking Pad X21. It is the hottest thing on the fitness market right now. Whew. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done, Walking Pad. So after using the Walking Pad, I absolutely loved it. For the price, I adore it. I highly recommend it.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live. It is Wednesday, August 20th. Today we are covering the nonprofit spotlight for Act Locally Waco. Act Locally Waco is a nonprofit organization, if you didn't know. We are a 501c3, and so we are using Wednesdays to spotlight other nonprofit organizations. We are hoping to reach out to these people, and I really want to hear from them themselves, hear the work that they do, the experience that they have within these communities. But as of right now, since it is week 1, I'm just sharing a vital resource for the Waco community, being let me get this right, it's a long name, the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children, right here in Waco. Began in 1976, and it has grown into a huge umbrella agency with the Victim Center, the Children's Advocacy Center, and the Prevention and Education Team. So I just filled you all in on the Victim Center, and next I'm going to move on to the Children's Advocacy Center, which is another huge part of the institution here. So the Children's Advocacy Center seeks to provide a helping hand to any hurting child by minimizing their amount of time spent or involved in the investigative and judicial processes. That's a lot. They are trying to make sure the child is not further traumatized by being involved in the rehashing of said traumas or the case management of it all. A child should not have to be involved in that. So the Children's Advocacy Center takes a holistic, coordinated approach to suspected abuse. This includes things like videotaped forensic interviews, so the child has an opportunity to share their whole story, and it is also contained and maintained henceforth. They also have forensic medical examinations that ensures the physical health of any child that comes into their care. And they also do weekly case reviews in which their partner agencies are overseeing each case so that the family's child caretakers don't have to take on that burden. So these partner agencies include things like local law enforcement, child protective services, the district attorney, the medical community, social workers, and other case managers who are in the area and who are just volunteering their time. Finally, the last umbrella segment of the VA, that's what I've not been calling it in my... This is not the VA. The Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children is the Prevention and Education Team. So all of these segments, all of these branches are obviously trying to go and destigmatize certain stories and, reaching out for help. But the Prevention and Education Team, that is their sole mission. They're out there going and doing these stuff. So they believe that we, each and all of us, have an active role to play in ending sexual assault and other violent crimes. So the Prevention and Education Team is working to change attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors that lead to the perpetration of violence. So not just, trying to talk somebody through violence, how it was a violent act, but also trying to prevent. They are destroying the stereotypes that we may be carrying with us that could possibly perpetrate somebody getting harmed. So this group offers weekly group presentations that fully engage the community. They also do work specifically with children in schools. So with kindergarten through 12th graders, the Prevention and Education Team uses interactive, research-based programs that challenge harmful beliefs and promote norms of equity, consent, and safety for all. Feels very basic, like, here's my bubble, here's your bubble. Let's respect it, shall we? Some topics that are covered from the Prevention and Education Team at these schools are respect, stereotypes, emotions, empathy, identity, healthy relationships, conflict resolution, media literacy, leadership, and so much more. So yet again, it is not just the basic things like respect, emotions, empathy, compassion, but also trying to teach these people things that will help them in the whole long run. Conflict resolution, being able to compromise, being able to listen to somebody, take accountability for perhaps hurting their feelings, media literacy, good Lord, something that absolutely everybody should sit through a presentation on. Leadership, just ways to define yourself and move through the world, leading your own pack. Each summer, the Prevention and Education Team organizes conferences for middle and high schools. These students are able to join two different conferences, One of them being the Empowering Girls Conference and the other being the Stand Tall Conference. These are half-day meetings that seek to give our youth the skills and tools they need to become excellent leaders in society. The prevention and education team brings in guest speakers and members of the community who are willing to share their story, empower these kids, and educate the students. In addition to the weekly meetings for community and the summer conferences for our students, the prevention and education team also promotes healthy relationships all over their socials. They bring you prevention information in several virtual spaces. First off, they have a podcast called Relationship Goals. That's cute. That's really cute. I love a good play on words. That's punny. Haha. It's on all major listening platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. Excuse me. They also offer a free printable deck of conversation cards available in both English and Spanish called Table Topics. This deck of conversation cards starts the discussion about healthy relationships with the young people in your life in a healthy and appropriate way. I think that that's an amazing way to promote and just get people involved, get people talking. Finally, the crisis hotline for survivors of sexual assault and other violent crimes is this: 254-752-7233. Again, 752-7233. The toll-free number is 888-867-7233. The Advocacy Center's website has a huge, I'm talking a fat list of other resources, both in English and Spanish, from mental health to substance abuse hotlines that cover quite literally anything and everything you need. If you are in need of help, if you are in danger, if you are in harm, they have your back covered. You can go find the resources there. You can also find the Advocacy Center Waco at 3312 Hillcrest Drive. 3312 Hillcrest Drive. You can also find them online on Instagram and Facebook. We are going to take another break from our sponsors, and then I will tell you a little bit more about the Advocacy Center Waco.
Everyone is born with different gifts and skills. Everyone is unique and has something that only they can offer this world. And everyone has different needs that help them accomplish their day-to-day goals and challenges. But there's one thing that everyone needs, no matter who they are. Breathe cleaner. Puro Air.
Every dog deserves a second chance in a loving home. And you brew Grounds and Hounds, you're helping to fund that second chance for a rescue pup in need. Now brew a second cup, and let's change the world for every pup. One cup at a time. Visit us at groundsandhoundscoffee.com.
With over 50 years in the industry, Arriva Hospitality Group has been delighting guests with unforgettable experiences across Mexico. Our investors enjoy trust and impressive returns, while our guests, whether on vacation or business, keep coming back for more fun and memories. At Arriva Hospitality Group, we are looking for investors who share our dream of making people happy while our investments grow. Take a closer look at arrivahotels.mx.
I just got my Colgate Advanced LED Whitening Treatment in the mail, and I am very excited to have dramatically whiter teeth in just 10 days. My teeth are going to be 6 shades whiter. The treatment is enamel safe and hassle-free. It's even designed for my sensitive teeth. Let's open it up. Inside we have the blue light whitening device. It's a charger for after-age treatment as well. There's a full 10-day supply, and it looks easy to apply. Order yours today at shop.colgate.com.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live. I am Elizabeth Riley, your host. Today is Wednesday, August 20th, and we are talking about the Advocacy Center in Waco. So as a 501c3, or a nonprofit organization, the Advocacy Center fully relies on volunteers and philanthropists who are willing to share their time, experience, and monetary donations to serve their community. So the volunteers are obviously the most selfless, concerned, and empathetic workers on the face of the earth. They are willing to donate their time to bringing healing to victims of violent crimes for nothing. Just because they need to do so. And I think that is just an honorable thing. Volunteers also aid the advocacy center's staff and allow day-to-day operations of the center to run smoothly and efficiently. Without volunteers, not only would people not get the help that they need, but they would not be able to serve and impact the community so effectively. So Act Locally Waco and myself would like to encourage you to consider helping to make a difference by serving in this way. So there are a few upcoming events for the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children. The 2025 Waco Designer Purse Bingo event is happening Sunday, September 21st at Lee Lockwood Library in West Waco. Again, 2025 Waco Designer Purse Bingo, Sunday, September 21st, Lee Lockwood Library, West Waco. Doors will open at 1 p.m. and bingo will begin at 2:30. However, you can expect much more than just 15 rounds of regular bingo. You can expect a delicious brunch, complimentary drinks, pull tabs, silent auctions, door prizes, and so much more. You must be 21 or older to participate in accordance with state bingo regulations. We won't be breaking any of those. But please go join for the 2025 Waco Designer Purse Bingo event. If you can't attend that, hold on till February, because the Advocacy Center is bringing you the Mardi Gras Ball, Saturday, February 21st, 2026. Get to the base, get to the base at the Extra Co Events Center for a glorious Mardi Gras themed experience with festive decor, amazing beats, and the vibrant ambiance of New Orleans. Dance the night away with live entertainment, restore your energy with some delicious food from the buffet or specialty cocktails to drink, and bid on auctions and raffles that will leave you going home with prizes and also feeling good about the work that you did in your community. You know, there's a lot going on that you could do with the Advocacy Center, but volunteering is one of the best ways to do so. You can go to their website, Advocacy Center Waco, and fill out their forms, get involved immediately right away. They also have a whole tab for donations if you would like to go support them in a way, but you don't necessarily have the time to give that up. Today is Wednesday, and this has been our nonprofit spotlight. You know, we will have another person showing her face here shortly. Miss Debbie Wright, we miss you. She's back in town. She was in Seattle not too long ago, but typically our lovely Debbie will be coming in to do the nonprofit spotlight. She has her hands in all sorts of nonprofit organizations around Waco. She is heavily involved, knows these people, and is willing and able to talk to them for all the time. Anywho. Any schways. I'm Elizabeth Riley. This has been Act Locally Live, and I will see you tomorrow morning.